kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return, here comes Davis. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to...
Nowhere to go! He's going to be taken down. Milton Williams. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
At the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Tua. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Nick, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, New England.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Has some room inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Patriots move out on top, 14-0. We are through 1. The Patriots out on top, and we're back to South Florida after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles, it's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves
in trouble, and down he goes. Milton Williams. He had 2 sacks in the opener and give him 1 more here in week 2. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Tua. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
16 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Play action. Tagovailoa. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
At the 40-yard line.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. That's the big tight end, Pharaoh Brown. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Short pass taken in by the tight end. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Tua's going to give this to Wright. Now trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the...
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Robert Spillane. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense and running back Antonio Gibson heading out onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Crazy.
May now on 1st and 10. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. It's 2nd down. May to the air once more. Diggs on the reception. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Here's Gibson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. On fourth down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. The dangerous Tyreek Hill is deep for Miami. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I can give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another set. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Patriots offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. To throw on first down is May. This one complete to Bourne. New England going to take their second timeout. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Set to go now on first and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
On second down, it's May. He's got Douglas going deep. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
So, halftime straight ahead as we go up to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position, and Cam Ward goes number one, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense?
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jack Gibbons. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
For the Dolphins.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Patriots offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Throwing now is May. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Throwing on, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jordan Brooks getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New England. For Diggs, that's his first touchdown as a New England Patriot. Extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Pats mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. A play fake. Now 2 to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jack Gibbons getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send a receiver in motion left. Fake the handoff. Now Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end Waller.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, here's Tua. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
27 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
Good for a Dolphins first down.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. A give here to right. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Milton Williams. He gets in yet again. That's now 3 sacks for him in this one. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Tua. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They snap it to Tua. Going up top. He's got it! And he will have a Dolphins first down. As they convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
The Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. And it's going to be 4th down. Hill brought in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On play action, here's May. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play act, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Milton Williams. He has been a one-man wrecking crew in this one. Fourth sack of the game. To throw is Tua. He'll get this out quickly to Hill. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Hill brought in motion. Here we go on fourth down with Tua. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. Now Gibson. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he will go all the way. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week one, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week one performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week two, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. On the ground, this is right. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. From the 31, here is second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Ready.
Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 45.
On the give, it's right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. To the outside, he's got Waddle. And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs.
Here goes that.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here goes that. Ready, what's that?
They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. I'm not sure that they needed to take the timeout, but take it with them. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Pats will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the
His work in the middle of their defense set the tone for his teammates last game. Coaches think it's a sign he's ready for a jump forward as a player.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? He's bad news, yeah, that's all anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose, too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between.
See how many players you need to cut this week. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to keep them around next season and beyond. You can also make your own custom offer instead by editing contracts.
Same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country. You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar. try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying, girl, I don't guess I can blame you. Convince me in, that's your fault, hell you.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. On the visitors' sideline, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. His squad losers last week after a victory in the season opener. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. Whoa! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Throwing right away, it's May. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. He'll try again here, second and 10. Here's May. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
On first carry for Ramondre Stevenson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Third and long.
Brings up third down and 12.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's caught by Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 31 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run here with Stevenson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No On that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, let's punch it in. Great job, we're good.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. It is 2nd and 9. Throwing now is May. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Patriots are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 3rd and long.
A 2-yard loss. 3rd down and
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one, uncorked, looking for Woods. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
From out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Steelers' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. Austin brought in motion. Once again, it's Warren. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is caught. What a throw. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win 3rd down one-on-ones. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback. He can play H-back. He can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run-after-catch. I think he's a good fit because, remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all 3 downs.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They going to look to throw. That one taken in by Douglas.
Up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
May to the air once more. And this ball incomplete on third down. On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback followed.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Anthony Jennings in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
3rd and long for Rodgers. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Hey, here we go, Sinat. Hey, what's that?
On 1st and 10, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
What's that? Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. 5.
To throw now, May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic 1st down.
To throw on 1st down is May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
May to throw on 2nd down. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 41-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Patriots get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This one grabbed by Austin. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
And the Steelers, 1st down. A gain of 12.
1st down for Aaron. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man downfield, it's Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Robert Spillane. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is May. He's going to look for the home run ball. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
13 yards
New England going to take their second timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. First and 10. Here's May again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they will remain down by 1.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Rodgers now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started, to pick up a 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's May. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
You good. Hey, what's up?
They'll run. Stevenson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
What's up? Hey, no pressure in here, baby. Let's go right here.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Yeah! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kyle Duggar there to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Rodgers. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That is Christian Barmore. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Picked off by the man who won a ring last year, Darius Slay. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Robert Spillane in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
On the return, Travion Henderson. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Steelers' offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The Patriots 45-yard line.
Now Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Here's Gibson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6.
Here goes throw.
Here's May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Here's 1st down.
Here goes throw.
On the carry, it's Stevenson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here goes throw. Grace, ready, what's that?
They'll drop to throw. Open man there. It is Bourne. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Yep, 45, here we go.
Gibson. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
4-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So a big spot looming here for Andres Borregales. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. This is 1st and 10.
158.
Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Rodgers. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Rodgers. That's taken in. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute. And it may just be enough to get them a victory.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. So, it's a win for the Patriots. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away with a 2-point victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.